Hey yo, how's it going today, guys? Welcome back to the Breath of the Wild semi-casual playthrough, and today we are going to continue going. Last episode we beat Varuta and Water Blight, and now that we have the Zora armor, I believe I'm going to go back into the jungle and tackle a few of these towers. So if I remember correctly, there is one under the waterfall here. There is the lightning one over here. We did get Farosh's scale, and so we can do the Shrine of Courage over here. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to take on right now. Let's warp over here and get started. This is the last recording of my binge recording before I go on vacation to make sure that videos upload every day. I would say it's a lot of effort, but it's not. It's not really a lot of trouble for me to record Breath of the Wild. As I mentioned before, it's just a little bit more commentary on a game that I already enjoy playing. And so I had no problem recording all of these before going. But it's kind of silly to me because the viewership on my channel is pretty low. Well, good thing I set them both. Looks like we're hovering. Yeah, the channel's pretty small right now, so the number of people watching is minimal, and I'm sure that nobody would be really hurt or offended if I didn't upload. But I wanted to keep a consistency with the channel and try to keep things going up every day. I mean, obviously, there will be times where I can't do that. In this case, though, it wasn't really troublesome to me to knock these out in the time that I had. And so I hope that people enjoy them. I mean, even if people come back and watch them after my vacation is over and they enjoy them, that's really the whole point of recording and posting these. And if nobody enjoys them, at least I enjoyed making them. I am my #1 fan. Okay, we should still have a sledgehammer. Wonderful. It's a little bit interesting to me that, like, it seems like sometimes when I'm playing this game, there's like overwhelming music and whatnot. I mean, especially for battles, like the important key points of the game all have a lot of music. But then sometimes I'm sitting here doing a recording and I have the game audio in hand and I'll go silent for a second and it's just dead air. There's nothing. I can't hear any music. It's just the sound of Link kind of traveling silently. I don't know, maybe y'all enjoy that. I did in the Fire Red series mention that my content is kind of intentionally chill. If you want exciting or loud or bolsterous YouTubers, there's a million of those. I don't want to be something I'm not and something that's generic just because it works. If I'm going to record these, I want to enjoy them as well, so I don't want to use up all my energy making something high energy when that's not really who I am. I'm a very relaxed and chill guy. I'm also very introverted, but I know how to turn it on when I need to from having very extroverted friends. I got lucky at an early age, and I was drawn into a crew of very extroverted people. The early friends I made in life were all very extroverted, and so growing up with them, I had to learn how to step out of my shell or be kind of outpaced by them, I guess, socially. In social situations, when you have friends that are very outgoing and you're an introvert, it's very nice because there was never pressure on me to be the center of attention since my friends all wanted to do that. But I also watched them and learned how to be the center of attention when I needed to. So like I'm very good at presenting and like standing in front of groups and doing my thing, but it is not what I enjoy doing. I'd much rather be a behind the scenes entity. Also, I've mentioned a few times my dad and him being one of my, I don't know if I've mentioned he's one of my favorite people. He's a great dude. Fun fact about me, I'm adopted, and so I have very loving parents. They're a little bit older, and my dad is the most extroverted man that I've ever met, and he's very much a leader. And so watching him growing up, I've always like known how to fill a leadership role, but because I've been around him my whole life, I generally don't have to fill that role and don't enjoy doing it. But I've definitely been in situations where there is no good leader, and so sometimes you just need to have someone that has the ability to step into that role and take hold of it. I don't know how I got down this path. It's a weird train of thought for a Breath of the Wild casual playthrough. The best advice I can give to anybody who like worries about public speaking or presenting or anything, especially in the light of like school, if there's any like students watching in high school or maybe college age, a lot of people get nervous presenting in front of a class, but I think the best realization you can have is that everyone in your class has to present, right? They don't just pick one person out and say, this is the project you have to do. Everybody has the same project, everybody has to present, and everybody gets nervous. But if that's not comforting enough for you, the fact that y'all are all in the same boat, the other aspect of it is nobody cares. Like, you're just doing it for a grade. Most of the time, those projects aren't a passion project. And if they are, great, because it makes the presentation a lot easier on you. But more often than not, you're just doing it for a grade. Your friends are just doing it for a grade. The people you don't get along with are also just doing it for a grade. And so nobody's actually going to pay attention. They're doing their best not to fall asleep in the class while you teach. And they're probably, if they haven't presented yet, they're probably sweating bullets themselves getting ready to present, so they have no time to worry about if you're doing a good job. That always took the pressure off from me. That and my lack of care. Sometimes you just turn it on and zone out, do your thing. Oh, dead air again. At a perfect time, a loading screen. I do work presentations every now and then at the job that I'm at, and I've been there going on 3 years now. But I did a big presentation. I've done several now, but I did one at like a work conference that they sent me as an emissary because I did a couple training courses at my job that they loved, and it's for a product that all of our staff uses. It's our main coding software. They changed to a different one. But I work in mainframe programming, not exactly. Oh man, this Korok is all the way on the other side. I don't know if I want to do it. I came up here to do it. Yeah, I work in mainframe coding, which is it's got a very old programmer base. Like, most people that do it are retirement age. There's not a lot of new people in that. And so they're all used to using the old green screen monitors. And we upgraded to an Eclipse-based editing software for people who know coding. Like, most IDEs, editors for code, are Eclipse-based, or at least look like it. Like, even Visual Studio. I don't know if it's Eclipse-based, but it looks very similar to Eclipse-based IDEs. And so I had a lot of experience from college working with those, and when we upgraded, I was very excited about it. But all of the senior staff were heavily against it. They didn't want to touch it because it was unfamiliar, and it's a little daunting. The views are full. You get a lot of information on screen at once, whereas with the green screen editors that they used to have, they literally saw 32 lines of code at a time, and you could not see more. It was not possible, and that's all you got. Just the big, gross block letters. And so adding in all this extra information confused a lot of them. Anyway, when we got the new software, I started writing up my own manual for it. Because years ago, when I worked with my dad at his plumbing company. I did all the tech stuff for my family growing up, because they moved from like a rented office space to a home business. They started operating out of the house and storing all the materials in our barn and things like that. And so I put together our whole infrastructure of internet, the network. I did all their printer maintenance, everything. And then I moved away to college, and they still needed that help. And so I learned how to do tech support by helping my family over the phone. And I got really good at explaining things like that to older people that kind of have a harder time understanding tech. It's not, I feel like the younger you are, the easier it is to understand technology. And the older you get, the more set in your ways you can get. You don't have to, but it happens more often than not. Just to stagnate, I guess. So anyway, I wrote this manual, and then my bosses loved it, and then they wanted me to teach some of the older people how to use it because they were forcing them to switch to the new software. And I hosted a couple trainings. They loved it. And then they sent me to a conference with the vendor of the software, and I did a training course with the vendors for all of their clientele and got some pretty great reviews on it. I got a lot of brownie points at my job for that. That's another piece of advice. If you're new into a career and you're kind of bottom of the totem pole, as much as it sucks to do like all the work, like there's times where I do the work of senior programmers and I don't get paid more for it immediately. I don't get paid for it immediately more. And there, if you have a good boss, what will happen, because I have a very good boss, is they will see you doing that work, and then they will keep you in your mind, keep you in their mind when it comes to getting pay raises and whatnot. What happens oftentimes is there'll be people who say, well, I'm not getting paid to do that, so I won't do it, which is a fine mentality, except that because you've not pushed further and done more than what was asked of you, then you will stagnate and stay at the level that you're at. Employers want to see that you will do more and then pay you more to do that same thing. And then once you get to a comfortable level, then you could stagnate if you really wanted to, but don't recommend it. And this isn't the case all the time. There are definitely bad employers who say, oh, well, they're willing to do this extra work, even though I'm not paying them as much. Therefore, I just won't pay them more. They're already doing the work. And so you should be careful when you're in situations like that to make sure that your employer won't take advantage of you in those cases. Like I said, luckily for me, I have a very kind boss. I like her a lot. Oh, wonderful. Just block all of that. How did you block that? I was behind you. Okay. I'm gonna flurry rush just because it's easier when they have shields. Maybe I should start doing segments of life advice with Goob. I don't know if anybody would enjoy that. Well, I don't want to use bomb arrows on this. It's not worth my time. Also, I don't want to use my good bow. What am I doing? Okay. Shield is probably better than... I really like the way the shield looks, but I know the Guardian shield will be better. I actually don't know. Is it 30? Oh, they're the same. The upside is the Guardian Shield auto reflects the lasers, and it is not, it doesn't conduct electricity. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you like random life advice with Goob. It makes it easier for me commentary wise. Did I immediately forget that was? It makes it easier for me commentary wise just because I have something in mind to go over. So if you have questions about random life stuff, or if you just want to hear me rant about random things, I'll do it. I'll do it willingly and gladly. I want to start using boomerangs more in this game. After watching some professional Breath of the Wild players, they use the mess out of them. They usually use the Lizalfos ones, the bladed, like the triple blade ones, but those are more endgame. I keep having like a pause in what I'm saying every time there's a loading screen. It's so quiet. I'm sure it doesn't bother people that much, but it just bothers me because it's like the most dead air that I could have. I know there's Koroks around here, but I'm not really interested at the moment. I want to get these shrines done. My goal is to get both of these other two before the episode is over, which we still have about 15 minutes, 13 minutes. So as long as nothing goes horribly wrong, it should be fine. I don't know if the electricity, like the thunder one, if it is just a blessing shrine or if there's actually a test to it. And then, you know, we got all these hardy durians we need to get. You know what? I kind of want to kill them. But I'd rather just get the durians, move on. I have an idea. What weapon do I have? Oh, it's a Choo-Choo. I thought it was... I know there's Octoroks around here. The Choo-Choo's moving. You know what? Okay, we're on the right spot. This is a Korok. I didn't know about these either until my 900 seed. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think about these being offering shrines. Especially after, like, with this one where there's two. I think there's one where it's just one shrine. And so it's not super obvious what you are supposed to offer, or if you're supposed to offer something. These are worth grabbing pretty much everyone I can see. Oh, come on. Go away, dude. They're in my face. Also, why does it sound like they're galloping? It really sounds like they're moving. Alright, speaking of moving, it's time for us to move. I don't know why I keep getting these crazy forward momentum ones. It should immediately start raining, but I'm hoping to like beat it with speed. Speaking of speed. And... wow, I was wearing none of the climbing set. No wonder that sucked. Yeah. Quicker than lightning. guess we'll do it the slow but effective way. I also usually do this area with Rivali's Gale. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, I think we should just be able to jump up there since 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Now, what do we not care about? That is, and most of our stuff that's electrocutable is pretty good. I guess we'll drop this. It's not super strong. That'll do. Hello. 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 I summon you, lightning god. Well, this is a riveting video. I'm not climbing back up there because it will go off. Now we wait. There it goes. Alright, ready? Let's see if we can capture the lightning. Ooh, we did get a spark on our finger, but I want to get the actual lightning strike. Yeah. Wonderful. And you know, as a bonus, we got the Traveler's Bow in our compendium. Oh, my head itches, but I have headphones on and a hat. Okay. This is just a blessing, and you know what? I'm glad, because that lightning took forever to strike. Meanwhile, while I'm wearing something electric, it's almost instantaneous. "7 minutes, we can get the last one. I have to travel back the other direction. I wanted to get this one first since I got a good launch. And the other one is much lower. It's down a waterfall. I think it's behind a waterfall, if I remember correctly. What was the other thing? Okay, I need to remove this marker. Blue. Alright. Be on a good angle. It's an okay angle, we'll find out. The distance I'm getting away from these bombs is insane. Like, most people do them like one on top of the other. Must be hitting those jumps right on the ledge. Ooh, Swift Violet. We will take that. Hello? Isn't there a Korok around here? There's tons of Koroks around everywhere, but I thought there was one kind of where that Swift Violet was. I love the behind a waterfall gimmick as a whole. I think that it would look very visually pleasing For instance, where the one behind the waterfall, what's the name of it? The bridge near Kakariko. It's shaped kind of like a Y. That area, I feel like that one would look very visually pleasing if it wasn't completely hidden and it was just behind the waterfall, like there was a rock or outcropping of some sort, kind of holding the water around the shrine so you could see it from the bridge. I think it would look so good that way. But I understand that they were kind of trying to hide these to make searching for them a little bit more interesting. I shouldn't have done that in the middle. You're supposed to kind of do it to the side so that you can avoid these. I think you might be able to stasis those too. Cool. Pretty sure I could have just boomy zoomied this one too, but sometimes I just want to solve them vanilla. Yeah, we could have went over that. No worries. Alright, I gotta figure out where the next shrine I want to get is. I also need to start taking pictures of the guardians for the guardian shrine. The girl with the orb. Somebody from the future remind me to do that next opportunity. Oh, you know what shrine I should get next? I should get the one on top of the mountain with the spirit of the mountain, or I can't remember its name. It's very, very much been based off of the Guardian of the Forest from Princess Mononoke. But we should get that shrine so that next blood moon we can catch that. Oh, we don't even have the map over there. I believe it's like right here. No, right here. Right. Okay, here's the Colosseum. That's what I was looking for. So the mountain is kind of right over here. Trying to think which one best. We got time for pretty much one boomy zoomy, and then we are done for the episode. And for this one, I need to back up and look at the other screen because I'm kind of eating the mic right now. That's what the pros say you should do. This mic is so good though. You can hear me all the way across the room, no problem. That's also the same reason why it picks up so much of the controller sounds. What's I doing? Oh, try not to be cold. I'm gonna put this back on just for kicks and giggles. That's what we're looking for right there. I'm gonna not go in that water because it hurts a lot. That's spicy water. I keep messing up these diagonals, but I believe this is the one. Nope. It was another one of the lag stop ones. It was not the correct one. It's okay though, we got another opportunity. Honestly, I might just do this north, then go over kind of where that tree is in the distance, and then go east. That might be the way to do it. As always, if y'all liked the episode, leave me a like. Leave me a subscribe if you want to see more content like this and want to see me pop up in the notifications, or if you just want to support the channel in that way. And if you didn't, well, then why are you still watching me? Most people quit a little earlier than this anyway. That's how the YouTube works. People stop watching kind of in the middle of episodes, or they'll skim through it. That's very common. Which is interesting because when I watch a Let's Play, I always just like, I usually put them on as background noise, which is kind of why I film them as a background noise series. So I don't understand that mentality, but I mean, you do you. Everyone's different. I believe it was the wise Princess Bubblegum that said people get built different. We don't have to understand it, we just have to respect it. So, back to the spiel. If you want to support the channel, you can. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Won't hurt my feelings, but it does help me if you do. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Actually, in the next one, I will be back from my little mini vacation. And so, that'll be nice to start recording again, see how these videos did. Maybe they'll do horribly and I'll quit YouTube forever. Probably not. I enjoy recording them and playing this game. So we will see what happens in the next one. And as always, I hope that y'all have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.